What's up, everybody? This is the Self Work Podcast. By the time you're seeing this, it's the new year. So I think it's okay if I say Happy New Year, right? So Happy New Year, guys. Welcome back. As you know, we are doing a series called Letter to My Postpartum Self. And this series is sponsored by Grounded. Grounded makes amazing products that have no nasties. We'll talk a bit more of that later, but without further ado, I'd like us to introduce the guest for today. Today we have the lovely Dr. D. Welcome, D.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Karibu sana.
Honestly.
D is a friend that I met a while back when she was doing something special that she'll tell us about. So we met. And then it went a bit quiet. We went on with our lives and then met again in the postpartum period.
Yeah.
So maybe tell these guys what you were doing the first time we met.
So we had a channel called Random Doctor Talks with three of my doctor friends. And we just talk about all things medicine and all things life. And we had you. You were an amazing guest.
Yay.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So now I'm kind of doing more of the postpartum work.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the Random Doctor Talks opened up a lot for each of you individually.
Yeah.
And maybe I can ask the rest to come onto my podcast, right? But maybe tell the people what Dr. D, aside from Random Doctor Talks, who's Dr. D?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I am a wife. I am a mother to two wonderful children. I am a lover of all things happiness. I take happiness so seriously. So I'm a medical doctor and I am really happy to be here. I was so excited when you asked me to come.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
What do you love about medicine?
What do I love about medicine?
Yeah.
I think for me it's not just treating the patient, but sort of giving them hope. Of sometimes when you're sick and then you go to hospital and it's like you're thinking the worst, but the doctor is really like, no, just relax. Calm down.
You're not dying.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So that's what I love the most.
I told you you'd make a good psychiatrist. I don't know why you're not listening to me.
Girl,
Right. So we connected when we had babies around the same time.
Yes.
Who slid into whose DM first?
I think I did.
Yeah?
If I remember correctly, I think I did.
Yeah?
Mm.
And I appreciate that because you became such a resource.
Oh.
I would text you, so what's your baby doing? Because mine is doing
XYZ, yeah.
So maybe I think my first question would be, have you made many friends just through motherhood, or is it just me? Am I special?
No, well, I mean, you are very special, but I have made quite a few friends. One actually just got a baby yesterday. Our firstborns are 2 weeks apart. And now she got a baby yesterday. And we actually connected just while we were pregnant with our firstborns through a class, through a pregnancy class. And we've just become really good friends. And I'm so grateful for that.
We'll talk about pregnancy classes, but I want to know, how then have your other friendships shifted? Have you maybe grown a bit apart with people who aren't moms, or has there been a shift?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends are moms, first of all. But the ones who are not moms have just really been solid.
Wow.
I actually have the most amazing friends, honestly. Guys who have not hesitated, when I needed someone. One of my friends told me, okay, I don't know what I need to do. I don't know what I'm coming to do, but I'm coming. I'm coming. Whatever you need, I will do it.
Oh, man.
And I just really appreciate that so much.
For me, so I've also made friends in the postpartum period. Am I still postpartum? I think I'm milking
You
this thing.
are. No, you are. You really are. When does it end though?
I don't need to end. But I've made friends just on the basis of motherhood. And then for my friends, I feel like some of them have been solid completely, but I've sensed that for some of them they don't know what they're like. What am I supposed to do? Am I? So I think for me, I would even tell even anyone who's watching, just ask.
Just
like
ask.
You see the way your friends are like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But ask or just be there physically.
Be there. Just
right?
be there.
So yeah, let's talk about prenatal classes. Which one did you do?
There's a lady on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I used to remember her other name. She changed her name recently. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot her other name. But her name is Terry. Okay, she's a doula, and she has these labor and pregnancy, labor and delivery classes. And when I signed up, my husband was like, why are you signing up? You're a doctor.
Yeah.
You know everything about labor and delivery. You've
Right.
delivered so many children. But I was like, no, I want community. This is my first child. I want to feel like I'm not alone, as a woman, as a mother. Yeah. So that's how it started. And I'm so glad I took it.
Yeah. What was the best thing about the class?
She just allayed so many of my anxieties because, as a first-time mom, when you've never delivered, you're so anxious about what could happen. So she just has a way of, okay, so if this happens, this, like you'll pull through whatever the scenario.
Right.
Whether it's CS, whether it's normal delivery, whatever it is, you will pull through.
Wow, for me, I think, the way you're saying you are an anxious first-time mom, may think I was a blonde first-time mom. I was I don't know what I thought. I don't even think I had any thoughts. I just wanted the baby out. And I'm glad I attended the class that I attended because there are so many things I didn't know. Like, had I not done that class, I would have been completely shocked. So
Like
I'll give
what?
you an example. During that class, we had moms who had had babies before, and then there was a doula, a lactation specialist, a nurse. Like, it was a proper thing. And they were all talking about how day 2 is the hardest day. Right?
Day 2 post-delivery?
Yes. So day 1, there's still the baby's still drowsy, the baby will sleep. You're also medicated, you're all sleeping.
Yes.
But then now the second day, the baby, I don't know if it's for every mom, but the baby now is like on high alert. They're not as drowsy as they were. I had it, but when it happened, I was like, oh, this is what they meant. My baby cried that night, woke up every hour. In hospital.
While in hospital.
Every hour. Every hour.
Were you alone?
No, I was with my husband. But still, when it's happening, then I'm not so anxious.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So for me, that's what I took away.
Where did you do your classes?
It was Mama Mudhoni High.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got this hub, the Mothership Village.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I did mine.
That's wonderful.
Did your doula come to be with you during your...
No. So actually, she was not in the country. So it was all virtual.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was all virtual. But she then gave me postpartum guidance as well. Yeah.
Alrighty. So let's get into the postpartum period. Let's start with what was good about your postpartum period.
What was good? What was good and is still good is that I have a lot of milk. So for me, at least, that was one thing that I didn't really have to worry about. I knew, I don't need to buy formula, the cost and all that. So that really, really calmed me down because the first time round, it was not easy. It was not easy at all. What else was good?
Pause a little bit. What do you mean it wasn't easy the first time round with milk?
I barely had milk. Like, I did have enough at some point, and then it just went on getting less and less and less. I had to supplement with formula a lot of the time, And then from 5 months, it just completely dried up. Completely, not a drop. Ilikuwa powder. It was coming up. Not a single drop from 5 months.
How did that feel?
It was horrible. It was so horrible. I felt like I was failing my baby. And then I felt like my baby's doctor would be so mad at me. You know, we preach exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months and then continue. I thought she would be so mad, but she wasn't. Literally, she just told me, she's like, there's no trophy for how long you breastfeed. Do what's best for your baby. And from then on, I just relaxed.
How was the baby responding when you put her on the breast?
On the dry breast.
Yeah.
She was so upset.
Oh my goodness.
She was fussing, and like if she could talk,
should cuss.
I should cuss. Because you can tell she's so frustrated. She wants to feed, but there's nothing.
What do you think attributed to the milk drying up?
Definitely going back to work, for sure. I was working in a very toxic environment at the time.
Yeah.
Not supportive of postpartum at all.
Wow.
So that definitely contributed. I don't think, maybe my diet also was not the best. So a combination of those two.
Right.
Yeah.
And this time round, what has helped you? Because if you don't know, D is a milk bank. What has contributed you to having so much milk?
Honestly, I'm so much more relaxed. I am feeling so much more at ease. Maybe it's a second time mother thing, but also my working environment is a lot better this time. Also, at the time, my husband was commuting. So he was not working in Nairobi at the time. So I think having him here full time has also been a really, really big help. I'm eating so much more, so much better. What else? I'm sleeping, I'm resting. I pulled all my strings in terms of getting help, especially the early days. Actually, I saved up for it because I knew that I wanted good food, and I wanted to not worry about laundry, about cooking, all that. So I actually called on someone who does that. So she's a chef, but doubles up as a housekeeper. So in addition to my nanny, I had her full time.
Wow.
The food I have eaten.
Your face is even lighting up.
Yeah. I think that's a really big contributor.
Yeah.
But I was intentional about it, and I actually saved for it. You know how people save for, I don't know, clothes, all those things, a car, all those. Me, I knew I need someone here in the house to help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I also was lucky enough to have a really great nanny. Have you had any maybe not so good experiences with nannies?
Girl, that's a whole other topic.
Get into it, because I also had a brief period where I didn't have somebody who wasn't so good. So it was the nanny I have now, and then this other person was the housekeeper. But still, when you have somebody who's not so good in your home, it affects you.
It does.
I just had to let that situation go because it wasn't working. And you know what the interesting thing is? My intuition knew from the jump. That lady never touched my baby even once.
Really?
Never.
Well, thank God for that, though.
I just sensed, and then towards the end, a lot of things she did made me realize, this is why I never let you touch my baby.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, your instincts will always be right.
Always. And for me, I feel like now the current nanny I have, I knew from day one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was just like,
yeah. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Where nannies are a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I've changed quite a bit. I think we're on our 7th, if I'm not wrong, 7th nanny from the time my daughter was born. But now I can say we're in a really good place.
What do you look for when you're looking for a nanny?
So first is a teachable spirit. That for me is the main thing, because all homes are different. So you need to learn how to do things for this home.
Right.
So that's the first thing I look for. If you
Yeah.
come here like with attitude, showing me you already know how to do XYZ,
And you don't want to
bye.
learn.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, then the other thing I look for is just general hygiene.
Yeah.
Because these are the people who are going to be with your children and growing up with your children. They need to learn hygiene.
Yeah.
Someone honest, someone who doesn't, small lies here and there.
So annoying.
I hate it. I really hate it.
Yeah.
Like picky fingers.
Mm.
Yeah, so those are like the juju.
Yeah.
Of course, now then there's the more intricate stuff.
Yeah.
But by and large, just someone honest. Someone roho safi too.
That's the thing. I think also for me, one thing that was important when it comes to nannies is a teachable spirit and a spirit of servitude.
Yes.
Because, there's a lot of,
Yes.
in the postpartum period, like, I didn't want to get up and have to warm something or... And then, when you're breastfeeding, you're trapped.
You're trapped. Literally,
So-
something can be here next to you, but
you're
because
like,
baby is here,
yeah.
you can't move.
So there's a lot of, please pass me my phone.
Yes.
Please put for me a glass of water.
Yes.
So if you're getting irritated when I'm sending you, and I always tend to use even the word please.
Yes.
If you're irritated, if you don't have a spirit of servitude, we can't be
We
friends.
can't. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
I knew the day I got home from hospital, unprovoked, my nanny had made soup, chicken soup. Like the minute I sat down like this, she was like, I'm bringing you a cup of soup.
Oh, wow.
Sit down, get comfortable. I was like, yeah, tunaenda mbali na wewe.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I love that. And has she evolved? Because you find that nannies, when they're in the postpartum period, there's a lot of that. But have they evolved? Has she evolved with you as a baby grew older?
I can say that she's very consistent. Okay, she's everything she was doing before, she's doing now, just in a different way because the needs are different.
Right.
So right now I need her less in terms of please give me this, please give me that, do this for me. But she's still so willing to serve.
Yeah.
And I really love that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Dee, I gave you some homework. Yeah, you done your homework?
I have. I'm a good student.
Yeah? Those ones for see me. What was it like writing the letter before we get into it?
First, it took me a while to write it from the time you told me because I had so much in my mind and in my heart that I wanted to write, but like whenever I'd start, I'd be like, no, not today. So I postponed it quite a bit. But yeah, finally I did it. And it was quite beautiful. Yeah.
Or did you write it on a piece of paper or
No, I have it on my phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, take it away. Here we feel free to laugh, cry, pause when you need to.
No pressure.
Yeah, no, none at all. If you feel like there's something you don't want to read, you don't have to read it at your own pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a very simple but heartfelt letter.
Whenever you're ready.
Right. So, dear Dee, breathe. Take a minute and feel the air, feel your lungs. Feel your muscles relax. As I write down these words, I want you to know that you're doing an incredible job. You're the best mother for your children. In the moments when exhaustion overwhelms you, remember the strength that brought life into this world, in brackets, breach. In those quiet moments when doubt and fear creep in, know that you're not alone. Cherish the soft whispers of your baby's breath, the sweet lullabies you sing, and the warmth of those tiny fingers wrapping around yours. Embrace the changes, the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Embrace the imperfections, the messy hair, the tired eyes, unwashed face, bleeding body. They tell a story of resilience and the purest and most unconditional love. In the mirror, don't just see a tired body, but a warrior who has faced the challenges of motherhood with so much grace. Trust yourself. Know that every tear, every worry, and every sleepless night is a testament to the incredible journey of motherhood. As time unfolds, remember that self-love is not selfish. It's a necessity. All my love, Dee.
I think I need a moment. I know. There's something you mentioned in your letter. Ooh. About the mirror. and it took me back. There's a time I looked in the mirror in the postpartum period, and I was like, that's a thing. That's not me. I actually dissociated because I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
My hair was all over the place. As in, what? Did you have an
Yeah, a
experience like
lot
that?
of days like that. Yeah, not just one or two, a lot. Days when you literally have not brushed your teeth. It's 2 p.m., you've not brushed, you've not washed your face. You are literally just surviving, just breathing in and out. That's all you're doing, and trying to keep this child alive.
Wow. And I really want to just to speak to anybody who is ever going to visit anyone in the postpartum period. Please don't comment on the physical appearance of a new mom. I think it's, as you've said, you're trying to keep someone alive. Like, what time do I have to check how my hair looks? Like, so thank you for speaking to that postpartum part of me who felt like, wah, umejiachilia.
Okay, that's the thing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And your letter was very hopeful. It made me feel uplifted.
Yes. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So we have come to the end of our episode, trying to hold back the tears. That has been D for you. She's always extremely uplifting, always hopeful. Please follow her at
D_Mburu. Dr. D_Mburu.
That's on Instagram. And please also follow Random Doctor Talks. And with that, I want to just give you a small present. Not so small, actually.
Look at you.
From our sponsors, that's Grounded Africa. They make products that are for your home. And their whole thing is no nasties, so nothing toxic. I know you have told me you have tried their sanitizer spray.
Yeah.
So this is going to expand your product range for Grounded. So yeah, let me know if you like them.
Definitely.
And with that brings us to the end of our episode. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment or a question. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Oh no, 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 no. Take me back to simple love, where dreams were more than enough. Won't you tell me the story of love and its glory? Won't you give me reason to believe that love is all we need? Take me back to forever love, where till the end of time wasn't too much. Won't you tell me the story of love's endless glory? Give me a reason to believe that love is all we need. Oh, love, so faithful and true, and I found it right here.